We've been expecting you, Mr. Boyd.
His is the worst voice you will ever hear.
Will he offer me his teeth?
The Tommy Boyds Show will teach you nothing. Nothing.
Always read the label.
Nothing but iniquity and wickedness.
If you really bug me, then I'll say goodbye.
Okay, awards, that's what it's all about. Radio, broadcasting, life in general. Whether you design clothes or whether you play football or, I don't know, if you're a doctor, you know. They're saying that Bill Clinton's not going to get the Nobel Peace Prize. Apparently that would have done him very nicely after Northern Ireland because of what he's up to. Everything boils down to awards, and we're getting good at picking them up. So I wondered whether you could actually give a hand. If you've got 10 minutes and you can get to a phone, I'd like to put together a casual panel of listeners to this radio station just to offer the man in the street type views, the Joe and Joanne six-pack angle on what we should enter in the 1998 Massey Ferguson Radio Trail Awards. Free call 0500 1053 89. It's perfectly painless. I'm just going to let you have a listen to some of the things that we're thinking of putting in, because that's how it works with awards. You have to nominate yourselves, and then you tell me which one you think is the best. Simple as that, simple as that. There are about 8 categories, okay? It's, you know, it's not going to be particularly taxing. And not to say we're going to do exactly what you say, because after all, you know, you're only the public, you know. We're broadcasters, but, you know, it'd be interesting to see what you have to say. So free call 0500 1053 89. If you want to dial, whilst I explain what this is all about. It came in the post about 3 weeks ago. Applications and entries required for the 1998 Massey Ferguson Radio Trail Awards. I'll read. Now in its 9th year, the prestigious MFR Trail Awards are expanded by 2 new categories: lifestyle themes and leisure. This is areas of radio programming. You listen to the station, you know about radio programming. You have a view. Free call 0500 1053 89. Carry on reading from the brief. As always, the judges will look for work which successfully defines the related programming, I'll explain this in a second, and stimulates the audience to attend the scheduled broadcast. Okay, now you know how this works because you've heard these things. We call them trails and promos sometimes, and what it is we just record, usually, because people can't be there through the night. I can't get up, come in specially just to spend 30 seconds, say, on Ian Collins' programme, explaining what I'm going to be doing at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So we take these things, we make them sound as interesting as possible. We try to hook listeners who think to themselves, that sounds interesting, I think I'll listen to that. And so it's got its own awards setup, which is great. So free call 0500 1053 89. We'll get a casual panel up of, shall we say, 3 people. Karen in Kent, you volunteered, thank you.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Hello.
You got 10 minutes?
Oh, yes, I'm there, yep.
Okay, I'm going to put you in with Rob in Hertfordshire. Say hello to Rob, your fellow panellist.
Hi, Rob.
Hello there to you, Tommy.
Good. Rob, you got 10 minutes?
Oh, I have.
Splendid. You know what a radio trail is, don't you?
Oh, I certainly do.
Not complicated, is it?
No.
All right, we'll get a younger panellist on as well, and somebody from outside England, just to give it a regional thing. Espen in Swansea, hi.
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 You got 10 minutes too?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, you guys, it's very simple. To give you an idea, okay, I'll read out one category where we've already chosen our entrant, all right?
Yep.
I'll tell you if you want to, but you probably will be able to work it out why we made this choice. And then I'll play a couple from other areas where we can't make up our minds, and you can say what you think. How does that sound?
Yep.
Fine, yeah.
Yeah, good, okay. All right, the medicine and public health section for trails promoting programs or strands of programs devoted to conventional or alternative methods of diagnosis and or treatment. I have to read you that because that's what it says, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. The judges in this section are Dr. Alan Marion Davis, Susan Stranks, and Trevor MacDonald, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Last year's winner was Radio 4 with Nick Ross for his trail promoting a phone-in called Living with Rheumatism. All right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, so we're going to be up against various other radio stations, and we have chosen as our entry for this one, mental health. It's not that important, okay? I'll just let you have a listen to that. You all set?
Yep.
Okay. Here we go. You can take notes if you want to. Here we go. It was a full moon last night. Ooh. Mental health. It's not that important. And what is it anyway? What's what? Who are you looking at? I'm going slightly mad. We're Tommy Boyd. Today from 2 with a bit of a headache, an appointment on Tuesday, and no more coffee. On Talk Radio, there's a good argument for listening. Right, Karen, could you hear that all right?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay, that's the one we've chosen, and that's the one that we've got out pinning our hopes on. What did you think?
Yeah, I suppose, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, Rob, in Hertfordshire?
Well, yeah, I like the beginning bit. I didn't really understand the ending, I must confess.
Fair enough. Espen?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay. All right, now I'm going to play you the 2 that we've narrowed down in the next category, and I'm going to get you to vote which one you think is most likely to win for us, because that's what it's all in aid of, okay?
Right.
All right, and this is in the section called Business Programming, and I'll read from the brochure. For program trails which highlight programs or strands of programs devoted to industry, commerce, or transactional economics. Yeah? The judges of this one are Peter Sissons, Nigel Lawson and Richard Madeley. Last year's winner was BBC Radio Nottingham for a trail promoting, and I quote, the changing face of high street shopping in Midlands, Britain. All right, have a listen, you two. I'm going to play you the first of the ones that we've got, and it's just 2 that we've narrowed it down to, and then I'll explain the other one and play that to you. But our first one trails a programme which was entitled Newsagents, Are They Satan's Sperm?
Tommy Boyd, tomorrow from 3.
Step forward, the minion with the green trident. You have done well here in Hades. I shall send you to Earth. Your mission, to warp young minds, to clot young blood, to rot the very lungs and heart and teeth of humanity. I am sending you to Earth as a news agent.
Tommy Boyd, tomorrow from 3.
With a Club International, a Lion Bar, and 10 regal king size.
Tommy Boyd, now from 3 every weekday afternoon on award-winning Talk Radio. Commercial radio station of the year.
When are you going to be selling fireworks?
Okay, so that's shortlist number 1, you 3 panellists, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I'll play you the second one that we've shortlisted. We'll take a break, and then I'll come back to you and get your vote, which one you think we should put up for the award, okay? Mm-hmm. And the second one is entitled Street Markets, How Do They Do That?
Here goes your weekend cod, £2.40 a pound.
Videotapes, 5 for a fiver.
Whelks in and out the shell. White bait, £1.30 a pound. Threepence each. Isn't market trading fantastic? There's a bloke at the other end who's got a stall. He's selling French perfume for £5 a bottle. And another guy 2 stalls down from him, he's got Rolex and Cartier watches a £5 each. How do they do that? I'm Tommy Boyd, today from 2, with a bag of balloons, a van full of knockoff, and your brother-in-law on lookout. On Talk Radio, there's a good argument for listening.
Just a fiver, madam.
10 of the bag and a roasty peanut.
I'd like to thank the wonderful staff at my Vodafone store for their unfailing support, and Ericsson for giving me such fabulous material to work
To
with.
celebrate winning the mobile news service provider and manufacturer.
I have seen the future of radio.
The Tommy Boyd Show.
Ho, ho, ho.
Good afternoon. We've just started up. All you've missed is that we've put together a panel of listeners who are helping us choose our final nomination for the 1998 Massey Ferguson Radio Trail Awards. It's Karen in Kent, Rob in Hertfordshire, and Espen in Swansea who are helping us with this one. And Karen, you've listened to newsagents and street markets. Which one do you think should go forward?
I prefer the newsagents one.
Newsagents? Rob in Hertfordshire? Say again, Rob?
I preferred the second one.
You preferred street markets?
Yeah,
Espen,
I
you
do.
get a casting vote here. Newsagents or street markets?
I think it should be newsagents.
You're going for newsagents.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Much better.
the Joe bloke, the punter in the street, you know, they've gone for newsagents. Thank you for that. We'll make our minds up because, of course, we actually know what we're doing, but it's always interesting to kind of get your views. Thank you for that.
Okay.
Could the 3 of you stay on? We've got one more category I'd like to do with you, and then perhaps we'll ring the changes and refresh the panel.
Yep, fine.
Good.
Yep, no problem.
Good, thank you very much indeed. Okay, the next category is law and order. Now, this one's always very competitive, I can tell you. I'll just read what it says in the blurb. Trails promoting programs or strands of programs which illustrate and or debate and examine an issue or range of issues relating to the legislative process, law enforcement, or the penal system in the UK or abroad. Have you got that?
Yep.
Okay. The judges in this category are Baroness Chalker, Andrew Lloyd Webber, and Angela Rippon. And last year's winner was Radio Cymru, Wales, for a trail promoting a programme entitled Draiberiondwyth I Polcerin Ebuchantrath. Okay.
Wow, that was really good.
Thank you. I don't know what it means, but I know Polcerin Ebu is Welsh for pliers and a blowtorch. Okay, would you like to listen to the 3 trails that we've narrowed down and shortlisted in this category?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The first one is entitled Let's Give the Job to the Boys Brigade.
Tommy Boyd, today from 3.
They're young, they're ruthlessly disciplined, and they want the job. The Boys Brigade. Let's make them a junior police force. Capturing speeding motorists with a Polaroid from the side of the road. Makeshift DHSS dole snoopers.
Are you sure you're available for work, Mr. Climby?
And spreading the word of the Lord.
Tommy Boyd, today from 3.
With a nightstick, a notebook, and a Thunderbird's hat.
Tommy Boyd, from 3 every weekday afternoon on award-winning Talk Radio, commercial radio station of the year.
Hallelujah! Okay, so that's number 1 on our shortlist. Here's number 2, which was promoting a programme entitled Aren't Scottish Policemen Wonderful?
Tommy Boyd, tomorrow from 3.
We need our police force to be well-educated, model, classless citizens, dedicated, brave, and upright. We need our police force to be Scottish. We should recruit all Scotsmen and women to police the whole of Great Britain.
Is this your vehicle, sir?
Yes, officer.
Did you know your rear tail lamp was broken?
No, it's not.
Aye, well, it is now.
Uh-huh.
Tommy Boyd, tomorrow from 3.
With a badge and a stick and a wee heavy and a half pint.
On Talk Radio, there's a good argument for listening.
Okay, so that's number 2 on the shortlist, a programme celebrating Scottish policemen. And the last one in this category, panellists, is entitled Convict FM. Okay?
Okay. Fine.
Did you see our prisons are set to get their own radio stations?
Convict FM. Need a snout? Short of backing? Visit Mad Jack McMad all this week on the landing. The Snout with Clark. Also available, new Snout lights. When ordering, remember to mention Convict FM. Convict FM.
How can we make prisons more pleasant and comfortable for offenders? I'm Tommy Boyd. That's today from 2 on Talk Radio, with a full-size snooker table, a proper holiday, and a conjugal visit. Whenever on Talk Radio. There's a good argument for listening. So, panellists, I think you'll agree, pretty difficult to split those 3.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to ask Karen for your vote first. Boys Brigade, Scottish Policeman, or Prison Radio?
I think I'll go for prison radio because I think that would have been a very lively debate.
Yes, it was. It was. And of course, having heard that promotion, you would have been lured to the programme, which is, you know, the modus of the trail. Okay. Rob in Hertfordshire, Boys Brigade, Scottish Policeman, or Prison Radio?
Well, I would have definitely listened to the Scottish Policeman one, I think.
Why would that be?
I just thought, because Scottish people are very argumentative.
Yes.
And that would have been a good one to listen to.
Okay. That's 1 vote for Prison Radio, 1 vote for Scottish Policeman. Espen in Swansea, casting vote again.
Yeah, it's got to be Scottish Policeman.
You gone for Scottish Policeman?
Definitely.
Okay. Thank you very much indeed, panel. Stay where you are. Free call 0500 1053 89. If you would like to climb aboard the panel, we'll refresh them as we go along. You've just arrived at the radio. We have a panel of listeners who are helping us identify our nominations in the 1998 Massey Ferguson Radio Trail Awards. I'm Tommy Boyd. This is Talk Radio. There's a good argument for listening.
Danny Baker and Danny.
Tommy's just had double glazing put in.
Costs an arm and a leg as well. Have you had double glazing in, Rob?
No, I haven't. You must get paid a lot of money. You're always having new things done.
Yeah, I am, and yeah, I do. But you know, you got to keep listening because it's all ratings related, which is what promotions are all about. And that's why I'm grateful that you're giving up your time to help me make more money. Really.
Oh, no problem.
Thank you. The next category that I'd like you panelists just to have a think about is leisure. Sondheim and our own Danny Baker. There was no winner last year, so this is a new category. So we got nothing to go on here. We don't know what the judges are looking for. So I think you better just trust your instincts, okay? Mm-hmm. I've got two I want you to hear, and then I'll get your votes afterwards, okay?
Okay.
All right. The first one is in a programme discussion, which we had some weeks ago about a package of holidays. You got your passports? You got your insurance?
Tommy Boyd on Talk Radio.
Hello, everybody. My name's Tommy, and I'm your rep while you're over here. Now, has anybody been to Majorca before? Oh, everybody. Well, there's only a couple of don'ts. Don't drink the water, and don't overdo the sun. Package holidays. They're fantastic.
Tommy Boyd, today from 2.
With a family of 27 brickies from County Mayo, a nudist beach full of dropped bottoms and puffy Germans, and airport customs guys who look like the jailer out of Midnight Express.
Majorca, here I come, caramba.
There's a good argument for listening.
Okay, that's number one on our shortlist for the leisure category. Panellists. Number two promotes a programme which was broadcast a couple of months ago on this station in connection with a number of issues arising from aviation. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Tommy Boyd on Talk Radio.
Time was when you flew, the jet set were the jet set. Elegant women smoking cigarettes in cigarette holders and Cary Grant lookalikes sipping martinis. Nowadays, when you fly, it's all tattooed, beer-bellied builders, bummed brickies with their polyester shod husbands. We've got first class, we've got second class, and now we've got underclass. So why not give them their own airline?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is your captain speaking. Shortly, the cabin staff will be coming amongst you for a weapons search and to get their kit off for the lads. Shortly, the duty-free will be coming down the aisles with a selection of Union flag underwear, homebrew, and erotica. Cabin doors to automatic, please. Here we go.
Tommy Boyd, today from 2 on Talk Radio. There's a good argument for listening.
I can tell you, panellists, that the executives in the creative department, I know, are on the edge of their seats to hear what you have to say about those two. Espen, why don't you go first this time? Which one would you vote for?
I think the second one, much better.
Air Yob.
Pardon?
Air Yob, we're
Yeah.
calling it. Yob Air, Riff Raff Air. Okay.
Yeah.
Rob in Hertfordshire?
Yeah, I think the second one does, yeah.
You've gone for Air Yob? Yeah. Okay, and Karen in Kent, what do you say?
Yeah, definitely the second one.
Now, I'm glad you said that because that is at the moment, that is the programme trail which we're thinking of putting forward in the final category, which is best of breed, as it were. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The overall winner.
Mm-hmm.
Can I press you on whether you think that is the strongest piece of broadcasting that you've heard so far?
No, I didn't think so.
No, Rob, you didn't?
No, I thought one of the earlier ones were better. I didn't like the last three that much.
Didn't you? Well, you'll have to go then, Rob. And partly technical, but mostly because I don't like what you're saying. Karen, what did you think?
Yeah, I did like that one. Yeah, I definitely listened to that programme.
Good. We're bringing a new panellist, Sean in Grimsby. Welcome to the show, Sean.
Hello there.
Sean, did you like the Air Yob promotion? A bit about technical on our hands here. Try again, Sean. No, there's something wrong with Sean's phone. Okay, let's just take one last listen to Air Yob, as we're calling it, which we have very high hopes of. Karen, I'd like you to listen very carefully, if you could, to what we consider to be the icing on the cake, which is just the performance of the word erotica.
You got your passports? You got your insurance?
Sorry, no, wrong
Tommy
one,
Boyd
wrong one.
on Talk Radio.
Wrong one, sorry. Not technical, yes.
I know.
Yes. Let's go for air yacht protection. Here we go.
Tommy Boyd on Talk Radio.
Time was when you flew, the jet set were the jet set. Elegant women smoking cigarettes in cigarette holders and Cary Grant lookalikes sipping martinis. Nowadays, when you fly, it's all tattooed, beer-bellied builders, bummed brickies with their polyester shod husbands. We've got first class, we've got second class, and now we've got underclass. So why not give them their own airline?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is your captain speaking. Shortly, the cabin staff will be coming amongst you for a weapons search and to get their kit off for the lads. Shortly, the duty-free trolley will be coming down the aisles with a selection of Union flag underwear, homebrew, and erotica. Cabin doors to automatic, please. Here we go.
Tommy Boyd, today from 2 on Talk Radio. There's a good argument for listening.
So that's our entry for Best of Breed. Karen and Espen, the next section we'd like your help with is called Lifestyle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Programmes examining or reflecting changing ways of life
Should be fun.
in Britain. Yep. Okay. Judges here are Sir Terence Conran, Robin Day and Virginia Wade. And the first one that we've shortlisted I'd like you to listen to is to promote a programme. Who are they again? Sir Terence Conran, Robin Day and Virginia Wade. And the programme was entitled Bring Back Outside Bogs. There's two things about the 50s that changed Britain forever. One, won't be a minute, Dr. Beeching's railway cuts. And two, the mass elimination of Britain's outside toilets. Hang on, they were healthier, they got us out and about, and they left more room in the house. Hang on. Outside toilets. Let's bring them back. I'm Tommy Boyd. Today from 2 with a roll of Isel, your Mac on over your pyjamas, and your brother's dandy. On Talk Radio, there's a good argument for listening.
About time too.
I'd give it 10 minutes if I was you. That one's more architectural, and that's up against a trail for a programme about the revolution in industrial technology. Boyd. Answering machines, aren't they fantastic? They make sure you never miss important calls, and they make you realise how popular you are, and they give everyone a chance to be creative and entertaining with a message. I'm Tommy Boyd. Today from 2, answering machines, with a witty remark, a beep, and some tone, and above all, a good reason not to pick up the phone on Talk Radio. There's a good argument for... OK, so just 2 to choose from there. And we welcome a new panellist, and that's Reese in London. Good afternoon, Reese.
Good afternoon, Tommy.
Thank you for giving up your time to help us with this.
That's fine.
It's the 1998 Massey Ferguson Radio Trail Awards.
Uh-huh.
And we just thought we'd dipstick the public, that's you, just to see whether you can tell us anything about these trails that we don't already know.
Well, I quite like the second one.
You like the second one?
Yeah, because it's so true about answering machines, how people get so creative with them, and
yes,
they do get on your nerves as well as entertain you at the same time.
Bottom line, Reese, you hear a trail like that and you're glued in for the programme that's coming up.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Karen, where would your vote go? Answer phones or outside toilets?
Well, I really like the outside toilet one.
You see, I have a problem with that because that's going to be judged by people like Robin Day.
Yeah, I really like the outside toilet one, but I deal with a lot of answer phones, and I agree with Reese.
You're going for the answer.
Love them or hate them.
In a way, I'm relieved because I don't want to put the judges off voting for a piece of radio because the concept is alien to them, and I can't imagine that Robin Day's ever used an outside toilet, or Virginia Wade.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, no, I think definitely answer phones. Everyone deals with answer phones.
But not everybody's used an outside toilet.
Actually, true. I've never used one myself.
You haven't, no. No, you I don't know whether... You see, whenever you sit an exam or whenever you enter a competition, you have to decide whether or not you're going to say what you want to say or say what you think the judges want to hear.
I think you've got to say what the judges want to hear, really.
Really? Well, in that case, I think with Robin Day and Virginia Wade on the panel, we should steer clear of outside toilets. Espen, what are your views?
I would have said the outside toilets. Much better.
Why?
Oh, just funnier.
Funny? Well, you see, funny is good.
Yeah.
But rare. This being a news and current affairs forum for debate.
Good sound effects.
Good sound effects. That's very important, isn't it?
Yeah.
What, the sound effects on the toilets trail?
Yeah.
Do you have an outside toilet in Swan?
Yeah.
Do you?
In the back garden.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you really? How interesting. How far is it down to your toilet?
About 15 metres.
Really? And if it's pouring with rain and freezing cold?
No, we got one inside too.
Oh, okay. Which do you prefer?
Pardon?
Which do you prefer?
The outside one.
Why is that? Healthier, isn't it?
Yeah, much healthier.
That's the point of the programme.
Yeah.
Okay, well, a lot of fairly interesting views there, considering that you're just members of the public. Thank you for that. Let's move on to our next category now. We've just got 2 more to go. I'm really grateful for your help. And Reece, thanks for climbing aboard.
That's okay.
Windscreens, didn't they? And motorcyclists don't complain? Did they?
No, they don't.
No, they don't, did they? Because they wear crash helmets.
I remember riding on a motorbike with a visor up one day and a bee got inside the visor, though.
Yes.
That wasn't very nice.
Well, you get a bee inside your car, and you can't get the bee out. You get spiders in your cars, you can't get them out.
True.
You've got to think laterally if you want to take part in this programme, mister, and you think about it. But driving along, doing 70 miles an hour with a huge sheet of glass 15 inches from your nose, we've got to come up with something better than that, haven't we?
I've got an idea.
Okay.
Some of the racing cars, they have, some of the Le Mans cars, they have plastic.
Do they?
Yeah,
Do
high
they?
quality plastic as windscreen.
Do they? And I bet that's cheaper.
Well, they must be cheaper and
lighter.
If there's an accident, they don't actually shatter.
Safer, easier to replace.
Exactly.
One of these conspiracy theories that sits alongside the idea that they managed to invent a way of getting petrol from water, but the petrol companies had them tear up the recipe.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you for your call. Simon calls from Shropshire. You're on Talk Radio. Simon, hello.
Oh, mate, you had to reduce.
Get on with it.
Right, well, if I took my windscreen out,
Yeah?
it would be very, very noisy and I wouldn't hear the radio.
Headphones.
Okay.
Headphones with a microphone so that you can, if you want to, switch to ambient noise around your vehicle.
Right, well,
yes?
You might look good in headphones. Secondly, it'd be extremely cold.
You're a wimp.
No, I'm not. I just like my home comforts or my car comforts.
And you do get chest colds, don't you, Simon, from rebreathing all that air-conditioned air? Yeah.
But what about the security aspect when you're parking your car up?
Well, again, people don't nick things from inside motorbikes, do they?
No, but you don't store things within motorbikes, do you? But how many things have you got in your car that are valuable?
Well, it would be a good idea if they did away with the stupid glove compartment thing and put a little safe box inside the cars that people couldn't actually access if they were ne'er-do-wells. That's what they do with motorbikes, isn't it?
You're struggling on this one, aren't you?
No, I'm not. I just like to look at things from a different perspective.
Yeah, that's great.
And you're a dyed-in-the-wool old fart.
Excuse me, I also think it would be very dangerous, the stones and the flies and the wasps and the...
No, again, you see, it wouldn't. Because I used to drive a car that didn't have a windscreen, and I'm still here to tell the tale.
Yes, okay.
He's a wise... how many times do you drive along and you get a brick on your windscreen then? Huh? Be honest.
Occasionally.
How occasionally?
Okay, maybe once every 12 months.
Oh, right. It's once a year event, is it now?
Probably, yeah. But I would rather it hit my windscreen once a year than me smacking the teeth.
But what about a plastic one?
I don't see that there's a problem with the windscreens that we've got at the moment, because I think that you'll find that the technology, if you hit your windscreen with a hammer now, it wouldn't actually smash, it would just shatter.
Oh, well. Send me the photographs, will you?
You know that's true.
Until you've done it, mate, the jury's out. It's Street Beat Symphony with DHL Worldwide Express. We're discussing a measure which might make the roads a safer place and motoring a cheaper exercise. We have to come up with something better for our cars and lorries and vans and glass windscreens. Reginald's on the line from West London. Reginald, welcome to Talk Radio.
I think it's a wonderful idea you're having, because if you've ever been in a biplane and you've got a little, like my father had once, and you have the little half-moon windscreen. Now, you can have it up or you can put it down. You've got your goggles, you've got your scarf, and you're doing 120, 130 miles an hour.
Yes.
Now, you're not going to do that in your in your little sort of Mondeo, are you?
No.
So far less wind coming through. Just have some nice designer goggles, and if you want to flip up a little like half-moon windscreen, you can. In the case of an accident, well, it's just going to pop down. What's the problem? And it'll save so much money on expensive sort of ventilation systems. Get rid of it all. Just enjoy some fresh air.
Daniel calls from Birmingham. Thank you, Reginald. You're on Talk Radio. Daniel. Daniel, hello.
Hello. I've thought of a solution.
Yes, you have, I know.
What you can do is have the material they used to make tents, you know.
What a good idea.
And, do you know, sometimes you have a window on a tent.
You do.
You can just have that across, and anything which hits it won't get to you.
It won't.
And if your head smashes into it, it won't get hurt.
It costs about £2.50, wouldn't it, to do your car out with an old tent material window?
Yep.
Yes. Well, thank you very much for your wisdom. Free call 0500 10 53 89. See, the lad had a good thought. The lad had a darn good thought, if you're listening over at Mercedes. Let's wind up this discussion by going to Mark, who calls from Watford. Mark, you're on Talk Radio, sir.
Hello, Tommy.
Mark.
I'm with you. We don't need windscreens.
No.
Definitely not. Because if we didn't have windscreens, traffic wardens wouldn't have anywhere to put their tickets.
We wouldn't need a tax disc.
No, definitely not. No tax, no parking tickets.
Yeah, no, of course they would get round it, wouldn't they? That's the thing. They would get round it. What are you driving, Mark?
A Mercedes.
Oh, sorry. Mercedes came from nowhere a moment ago. Have you ever lost your windscreen?
No, but I've got a chip in it now.
Say it again?
I've got a chip in it now.
You have. And what would it cost to replace?
I couldn't afford to replace it. I've got a chip in it.
We're talking hundreds, aren't we?
We are talking hundreds and hundreds.
Thanks for your call, mister. Free call 0500 10 53 89. Peter Dealey is next, and I look forward to talking with you. Remember the wonderful hour from 3 tomorrow. I'm Tommy Boyd. This is Talk Radio. There's a good argument.
Don't forget to subscribe and like. Comment too if you wish. Even slap your legs and make a purchase from Ann Summers. But don't do nothing.